Boys, today we're going to be going in the rankings of every division, the top 15. We're going to be picking up one fighter to give the Mokaev special. Now, if you guys don't know, Mokaev was in the top 15. His ass got cut, shipped to BKFC. So we're pretty much going to do the exact same thing. We're going to run through every division, pick someone in the top 15, and just cut their ass, you know? Giving them the special, very rare Mokaev 1-2 special. Now, we're not going to do flyweight because Mokaev was in flyweight. And we're not just going to completely just cut the entire flyweight division. Because let's be realistic, there ain't nobody in flyweight. So let's start off with heavyweight, end off with bantamweight. We also have Dana White's Contender Series today. So if you're watching this on Tuesday, there's a high probability that I'm live streaming the event. So pop into the live stream. This will be the second live stream I've ever done, so pop in, say hello. But to start it all off, heavyweight division, we got the man ranked number 6th in that heavyweight division, talking about Stipe Miocic. Now, mainly because, you know, this man hasn't fought in, 4 or 5 years now. He refuses to fight anyone who isn't the champion, and pretty much this man's already retired, so let's cut his ass. At the end of the day, no one wants to see him versus John Jones, although I do understand why they're doing it. And you know, low-key, if I was Stipe too, I'd be doing the exact same thing. I only want big money fights, I only want title fights, and I only want to be paid good. You know, I understand it from Stipe's position, but at the end of the day, this man's 41 years old. His last fight was in 2021. He got his ass flatlined by Nagano, and you know, his last win was in 2020. You know, it's time to hang him up. Let's go into the light heavyweight division. Now, you're gonna see a little bit of a theme here. There's like 3 number 6 ranked guys. I don't know what the hell that means. I don't know what kind of voodoo magic the UFC is doing, but this guy, I think we can all unanimously agree, this guy pretty much isn't even in the UFC anymore. I'm talking about Nikita Krylov. Now, Nikita Krylov, just a very weird, inactive guy. You know, his last fight was last year in March 2023. Previous to that, 2022, he had a little bit of run, but where did this guy go? I swear this guy was like on a run to be a contender for that championship, to be like a contender in the light heavyweight division, but I don't know where the hell this man went. I don't know if he's coming back. Last fight a year ago. This might be a little bit premature, I understand that, but Nikita Krylov, pack your things, you're going with Mokaev. Let's move down. Middleweight division was a little bit tricky, because to be honest, there's a lot of guys there that could get cut, but could also, you know, stay. They have some sort of name value. I went again with the number 6 ranked Marvin Vettori, mainly because, let's be realistic, we call a lot of these guys decision merchants when, let me read off the past few fights for Marvin Vettori. Win or lose. Jared Cannonier, lost, decision. Roman Dolidze, he won that one, decision. Robert Whittaker, lost, decision. Paulo Costa, won, decision. Israel Adesanya, lost, decision. Kevin Holland, won, decision. Jack Hermanson, won, decision. Then we have a very rare Carl Roberts, win, submission first round. Very, very rare. But Andrew Suarez, decision, win. Cesar Ferreira, decision, win. Israel Adesanya, loss, split decision. Then he has a win from Victor Miranda, decision. He lost to Antonio Carlos Jr., decision. And yeah, that's pretty much his whole UFC career. It's nothing but decisions. Let's be realistic. Other than this man, like, not really knowing how to talk and having some big chunk of that tism, I don't think he would be that entertaining. His fight style isn't that entertaining. Constantly just going into decisions. And yeah, he's been here for a while. He's fought for the belt. I think it's time we say goodbye to our boy Vettori. I mean, he is in his prime age of 30, but it is what it is. You know, Vettori, your time has come. Pack your bags and go say hi to Mokaev. Moving down, welterweight division. This might be one of those, you know, cases where it's what have you done for me lately syndrome. You know, I 100% agree that this might be a case of what have you done lately for me. But taking number 4 ranked, Colby Covington. You know, Colby at this point, he's 36 years old. He's on the end of his career. He has maybe a few fights left. And let's be realistic, the last few fights haven't been anything crazy, you know. I think the 2 Kamaru Usman fights that he took everything out of him. You know, he had that win over Tyron Woodley in the middle, but those 2 Kamaru Usman fights. After that fight, this guy never looked the same. He went all 5 rounds with Jorge Masvidal and then talked all this big game for Leon Edwards. I think it's a what have you done lately for me, and lately this man's done a whole lot of yapping, not that much fighting. So Colby, pack your bags and I'll see your ass in BKFC. Let's keep moving down though. Weight division's really weird because there's still a lot of good guys there. I don't want to cut someone like a legend, you know, like a Dustin Poirier, a Justin Gaethje. I don't really want to cut legends like that, and pretty much all of the top 15 are either just legends or up and coming prospects. So, you know, because of that, I think we have to cut one of the legends out of this top 15, and that's going to be number 13 ranked, 39-year-old RDA. RDA, it's been your time to go, unfortunately. Hasn't been looking the greatest as of recently. He's 1-3 in his last 4 fights, and that one win is coming from a Brian Barberena where he should have won that fight, but getting knocked out by Fiziev. Decision loss to Vicente Luque, which we already know Vicente doesn't look that great either. Another decision win over Martus Gamrot, which isn't that bad of a loss, but at the end of the day, you know, your time has come, unfortunately. You're getting too old up there. His next fight, he hip-hops between lightweight and that welterweight division. He's scheduled to fight Jeff Neal at 308 in the welterweight division, so let's just cut him from lightweight. He can continue being at that welterweight division, but he's 39 years old. He's not getting any younger. Record's not looking too good. If he loses against Jeff Neal, that's 3 in a row, and Jeff Neal, you know, I think Jeff Neal might knock this guy out. So unfortunately, my boy, pack your bags and go stand in line with Muhammad Mokaev. Let's move down. We only have a few more divisions to get to. Featherweight division, one of the cases of what have you done lately for me. This is number 10th ranked, Giga Chikadze. Now, again, it could be one of those what have you done lately for me. I understand that. This guy was hyped up to be the next prospect, the next big thing in that featherweight division. You know, easily went through someone like a Edson Barboza. I remember his hype was through the roof there. He was on a huge winning streak after that. His winning streak in the UFC was 7. Then he ran into Calvin Kattar, you know. And then Calvin Kattar put on a bad beating, completely changed Giga for the rest of his life. That was in 2022. Came back a year later to fight Alex Caceres, you know, did not look the same whatsoever. He looked a shell of himself. Then a year after that, came back to Arnold Allen. You know, he had moments, but he did not look the same. I think time has passed this guy. He's 35 years old in that featherweight division. I think it's time to hang him up, my boy. Pack your bags. You're going on that bus with Mokaev. That being said, boys, we got one more to go. Bantamweight division. I feel this is a very obvious one. This man's practically already retired, you know, number 13 ranked. It's crazy how this guy's still in the top 15. Makes no sense whatsoever. But regardless, we got number 13 ranked, Dominic the Dominator Cruz. He's 39 years old. Granted, he was on a 2-fight losing streak until he ran into Chito Vera in 2022, but since then hasn't fought. I'll just quickly show you guys this guy's schedule. You know, unfortunately, this guy's schedule really screwed him up. The constant injuries. He could have been one of the greats, not just in Bantamweight, but in the UFC. But, you know, those constant injuries really put a toll on his career. But let's go into 2016. You know, Uriah Faber, he won champion there, 2016. Then 2016 again, fought Cody Garbrandt. We all remember that fight. Got his ass whooped, lost the belt, came back 4 years later to fight Henry Cejudo. Lost that one, a little bit of a controversy, but not really. A year later, came back to fight Casey Kenny. He won by split decision. Came back only a few months later. He fought Casey Kenny in March. Came back in December, 4 months later, to fight Pedro Munoz. Unanimous decision when he looked really good there. I do remember this. But then ran into Cheeto's head kick, face first, toe in the mouth and everything. Got knocked out there. Haven't seen him back since. So this man's pretty much already retired. Let's get him out of the rankings. Cut his ass. He can be a guy in the UFC who's on the mic here and there. But yeah. Flyweight, like I said, we're not going to cut anyone in flyweight because we already lost Mokaev. But that's my listing. Let me know in the comments below. Out of each of these divisions, is there someone you would switch out? You know, Colby Covington, I could understand switching him out with someone else. And with like Vittori. Everyone else, you know, Giga, I could see that too. But pretty much everyone else, I think we can all unanimously agree. But you guys have to let me know in the comments below. Don't forget, in a few hours, I'll most likely be live going through the entire Dana White's Contender Series fight. So if you guys are interested in that, come over, say what's up, leave a like on this video, and subscribe with those post notifications turned on so you don't miss any of these new videos. And yeah, boys, there's really not that much else left to say except for I will see you guys in my next video.